All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So today is Tuesday, 7th of April. It's not some regular day when we do the Zooms. Yeah, but we just decided to jump on to provide for you some updates. And Jake will gonna provide some more details tomorrow. It's actually gonna be same time for Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, but today we're gonna provide that what we have. Yeah, which is the really cool because we have some news to provide. And let me just share the screen. Yeah, that we're gonna go a little bit through our DEX and we're gonna provide for you those details. Okay, so I just shared this, so hope that you can see this. So basically, guys, you can find out right here our TMX DEX. So it's tribedex.com, which is for today gonna be final update basically gonna be done tomorrow. Yeah, like that Jake told us. And that update is gonna be about the unstake button. Yeah, about the unstake for the TMX. When we go on just right here on the button earn, so you can find out that we have an option to buy the TMX tokens, right? It just basically we're going to show you where to buy, also the stake, but there is no unstake button. So that stuff should be finalized tomorrow morning, and we're going to just post announcement. Maybe Nicholas will post it once Jake will going to say it's ready, and that stuff going to be done. So actually you will not going to just stake your tokens, but it's possible also unstake for that people who want to do that. So we of course not suggest to do that because you will going to earn from that. Yeah, if you stake your tokens, but just to make finalizing all the things, of course that stuff should work. Yeah, so in the same time, guys, our promo is works. Yeah, those people who participated. So right now it's possible to claim. You can see I even didn't claim my tokens. Yeah, but it's really cool that it's possible to claim all the time. On this test account, I participate in the one promo with little bit of the money for the 1 million TMX tokens and another one for the 100k TMX tokens. So if you also in that promos, so it's really simple. You just go in and hit but the button claim right here. So you can see that my wallet is basically just showing that right now I can claim 8.8 TMX tokens. So we're gonna confirm that right here, and it's actually gonna be added to the wallet. So what is the really great about this promo for those guys who just take part of this? So that you are don't need to wait just basically some another round or something. It's just going straight to the wallet, which is the pretty great. So basically you just go in and claim. So all of that is works perfectly about the claiming, about the staking, about the TLP. Just the one final things, it's of course about the unstake stuff. So hopefully that's gonna be done tomorrow, as Jake said. So we're gonna post the announcement about that. This is the first thing. So another stuff that right now the price for the TMX token is around $5. And some people send the messages to me, also to Brian, to David, that the price definitely should be rise 100%, guys. So you seen maybe that Nicholas he post some PDF in the chat. So there is all the information provided about that. So how that will gonna work, and basically why right now all of that stuff is basically relocated. Yeah, with the liquidity, because also you can maybe see that right now there's some part of the liquidity relocated from the BINGX is going to be added to the Pionex, and of course more liquidity going to be added to the Uniswap and also for all of those exchanges. Yeah, so in the same time I see some people still selling on the Uniswap, and to tell honestly, the price to sell right now is not that interested. Yeah, because if we're gonna go right here, just let me open that. Yeah, so you can find out the price on the Uniswap $4. So when I bought the tokens from the market, so I think I bought by the $3.50. So also many people participate on the TG event. So definitely that's the good price to buy, but not to sell. And those people who selling right now, yeah, not much amounts, but we can see some people still trying to sell something, so they losing a lot of the profit with that. Yeah, so of course we're not stop people to do that, but as for me it doesn't have so much sense. Yeah, so with that, so it's better of course right now to wait a little bit for the finalizing the things with the unstake stuff, with the new listings, yeah, because like we're definitely going to be listed on the Bionics, and there is like two different websites, like one website for the United States, yeah, like which is basically not possible like to use for European guys. So like me, like Nicholas, Jake, we can't basically use it because it's for the United States residents. So you can just like ask Brian for the link. So like if you're from the United States, he can give you the link so you can sign up and just like receive some additional benefit from that. If you're from the global market, like from the Europe, so like you can just reach out your upline and get basically the link. Yeah. So like in the United States, Brian David just can send you the information about that, which is the pretty cool. And like what is the great about the Pionics that they have a lot of the different stuff. They have the boats, they have the cards, they have like everything included. And like this is the really great exchange, yeah, like to work with. And of course, it will gonna provide a lot of the different stuff for the people to buy and sell. Yeah, because let's say once you use the Uniswap, it also great. Once you use some like decentralized like swap stuff like Pancake, for example, like Uniswap, we're not listed on the Pancake, but I'm just like trying to explain that right there when you do the swap. So like there is anyway some slippage is going, and like maybe the price gonna be not fixed. Yeah, for example, you want to sell or you want to buy by the $5, but the slippage, yeah, like can just basically be adjusted and the price gonna be different. But when you use something like the Pionics, like for example BINGX, so like right here if you use the limit order, so just like you will gonna fix the price. So like just don't mix it up with the market order. So like just use the limit. For example, if you want to buy it by the some like fixed price $5, yes, maybe that's gonna be longer when the people will gonna like buy by your price, but you will not gonna lose on these purchases and also like on the sales. That's the really important. So like the Pionics, this is the next stuff on which one Jakes works on, and also tomorrow he will gonna provide more information about that. So like liquidity for the BINGX, liquidity for the Pionics. Also, like we are updated our DEX, which is gonna be look like similar like GMX, like not everything gonna be exactly like the GMX have, but right now you can see that on the GMX actually all the stuff is working. Like people is trade. So if we go into the leaders board, so there is a lot of the people who just trade daily. Yeah, so like just like that, and we of course focus it to achieve the same results even more. And of course, like with that one, the price definitely will gonna grow and we're gonna hit like back $15, $20, $50, like Jake said, and like that's gonna be the target for this year to hit that $50. And of course, with the new product and like some updates which Brian will gonna add for you, it's gonna be more possible. Yeah, because this is the Predixa. Yeah, like that's the new interested product, which right now on the first stage, and that's the really cool. So Brian, want to give word to you so like you can add something to this and of course provide information about the
Yeah,
Predixa.
absolutely. What is up, everybody? So, really good updates. It was cool to get those updates from this morning, and obviously he's gonna be on tomorrow for us as well. My thing is like the more I'm diving into these prediction markets, this is pretty cool what the amount of money that's just like going through them, right? So, and also, Tim, watch the new people trying to come in. I think there's like some spammers trying to get in here.
Yeah, I'm checking. Okay.
But prediction markets, right? This is what blew my mind about them once I really dove into them. So, kind of let me share my screen and I'll show you like because it's crazy. So, all right, here, let me share my screen. All right, here, this is ours. So cool. What I like about ours first compared to what I'm going to show you is when you come down to ours, obviously we got this whole 50% from the fees. Once this launches, nobody will ever be able to add more to this to make 50% of the fees. It's no more. Once we get to enough liquidity that Jake says is enough, the market will do itself. That's just how it works. So this is like Nicholas said, this is a one time. This opportunity is only here for so long for people to add to get that 50% from the fee pool, plus get an extra 10% PLP on top of that. So there are ways to earn. It's a simple click of a button up or down. You don't have to be a trader. You don't have to know which way it's going. You just you just see people on here going, Bitcoin looks like it's going up. I got 5 minutes on this trade or 10 minutes on this trade. So they're just choosing up or down or yes or no. We have what you call multi-bets. These multi-bets will take place, let's say this is every 10 minutes, right? As our community grows, as the liquidity grows inside of, Predixa as well, it handles more and more people making bets. So that's where, you saw that flyer that had, 5 million in volume. This is where I asked Jake, I was like, 5 million in volume is a lot. He goes, not really. Think about this. Every 10 minutes, this starts over. This is a multi-bet. Do you think Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana is going up or down? There'll be people making their own bets as well, putting TMX on, buying TMX. Everybody obviously that joins this gets one TMX token integrated to what they add the money in, so it increases our holders, which is great too. With this, you're going to be able to buy or up and down, yes or no, every 10 minutes. So we get 1,000 users that do $100 each. That's $100,000 every 10 minutes. Then another one starts and they do it again. Jake's like, I was just playing with this and now I'm addicted to it. It's literally very addicting. You have to close it down because you don't have to be good at trading. You just got to be like, I think this is going to go up or down over the target line. Is it going to stay up or is it going to stay down? So the fact that these every 10 minutes are going over and over and over, that's going to bring a massive amount of volume in. So, and then you put $100 in, you make 245. You're like, wow, that's cool. Put another $100 in, try to make some more, and I'm not a gambler, personally, but I know a lot of people are, and I know a lot of people that, want to benefit from that. So like, you see casinos do really well, and like just looking up the stats on this on ChatGPT or just diving in, these make a lot of money. Ours is fully decentralized. It's not centralized at all. It all works inside of your wallet, and we're, like Jake said, we're launching the crypto side of it first to get it all integrated and get it going. But these multi bets is like, I don't see that anywhere else, and you come into the poly market and I don't see multi bets here, probably not yet. Maybe it'll come, but they're doing Bitcoin up and down every 5 minutes and creating millions of dollars in volume. You refresh it, maybe it'll show the volume going on here. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But you can see like longer questions, 110, 111 million, 1 million, 526 million on the FIFA World Cup. So these are really popular right now because a lot of people see crypto as like, man, I don't think I can get super rich from crypto. But if I can bet, that Bitcoin's going up and bet $1,000 and maybe 3x, 5x my money, they're going to do that, and bet it down. And like they get into all these different questions. And that's what we're seeing, the amount of volume that's going through. So with our situation here, we're not like anything else. We're not like any other program out there that's like a community-based token and we got these things around it. These are real platforms. Audited, are you can read that flyer, that PDF that Nicholas made. We're getting our TMX exchange audited by 3 different auditing companies. One of them is the number one company in the world. So how is Predixa going to make us money if you don't put money into it and you only have TMX tokens? Great question. We have a 20% buyback fee. So if we do that 1,000 users at $100 a bet up here on this triple bet every 10 minutes, that's $20,000 in fees. In total, it's 100,000, but we're only taking 20% of them. You're taking that 20%, it goes in on a smart contract that is audited, buys it, and puts it in what you call a dead wallet that does nothing. There's nobody going to use it. There's no developers taking it, using it. We are the same TMX token where, nobody's a whale here. Everybody has everything they have staked. That's what they want to do, is because they're making more. If you got TMX, you're over here in the earn part. You're staking your TMX and you're making a ton more TMX. You'd be silly to not stake your TMX. I mean, I made 3,000 TMX here. I went down, I moved 3,000 to the or 2,000 to the vault. I'm getting TMX tokens daily right here from my ES TMX. I moved them down here. And then I lost my 2FA. So I'm stuck. I can't do anything until they do the switch of the 2FA. I restored my phone. But I'm still generating more TMX. 3,089 TMX tokens I've made. That's $15,000 I've made. I don't care about the fees right now. When version 2 comes of the trading part, which it's done, it just needs to be audited. It's going to come. Traders will come, and those traders will share because we will have copy trading. People will come, they'll attach their wallets to their, friend that's a trader, and they'll let that trader do the trades, and the trades will do the same thing on their wallets through here, through the exchange on the trading side. They'll watch it happen. It's going to work like that. So that will be phenomenal. We'll earn fees that way. But right now, guys, everything should be staked and just earning more TMX. Like it's a no-brainer. Because then once you roll it to the vault, just learning this, that 190 TMX, that's the ES TMX coming back through here, claimable, that will go back up here into my wallet right here. That then I can take that and do whatever I want to. So it's just cycling that TMX through. So, dive into the poly market, learn about these prediction markets. Ours is not a centralized, it's a decentralized prediction market. We're not launching with daily temperatures and tweet markets, and as Iran's going to cease fire and government shutdowns and questions like crazy questions like that, we're launching with a very specific model on the way to do multi bets and different bets within there, like just simple questions like that. But the fact that anybody that signs up gets a 1 TMX token to their wallet, which increases our holders, and then that buyback fee, that is incredible. So the more volume that goes through this and the more fees that go through this, it's just going to bring more, how do you say this, like scarcity to our token. It's just going to take it out of the market. It's going to make them go up in value, because the rest of everybody else is coming over here. And we got, over 1 million tokens staked. It's crazy. And the community, if you come down here to the escrow ones, the community has only earned 171,000 ESTMX tokens. There's 8 million of them that's going to get paid out here over the next probably 5 years. So that's incredible. So you could take those, put them in the vault, move them back, stake them up top, just keep generating those as much as you can. Talk to my buddy Mike today. He's like, I made 8,000 TMX tokens through just staking. I mean, I can probably wonder how many some of my other buddies have made at this point. But that's incredible. For those people that are looking to sell, obviously we have it on Uniswap. And really, it's kind of crazy when you kind of look at the DEX tools. This launched with just 10,000 in volume. There's going to be a lot more DEXs open up, like Tim was just going over. But I mean, it's 10,000. It's at $8,250 right now, right? You can see the sells, you can see the buys. If you're looking to sell, look for a buy. Like here's a $200 buy, then do a sell. Look, if you're looking to buy, look for a sell, then do a buy. Don't go dump large amounts on here because this is DEX buying. When you DEX buy and DEX sell, you can see this one right here. Let's zoom in. The token was $3.84. This guy sold 478 bucks. He got it for that price. He didn't sell at this price. So when he sold this, that's what he got it for. That's the price what he sold it for. And then this person went in and scooped up $26 at 102 or 302. Then they're like, I'll do another little buy, 306, another little buy, another little buy. You can tell it's probably all the same person. Yeah, you can see the wallet addresses. They're smart. They're buying small amounts and then sell small amounts. If you're looking to sell, if you're looking to buy, that's what you want to do right now. This is set up for those people that got their wallets hacked, for those people to basically come in here and sell the tokens at dirt cheap prices. It protects the community, protects everybody. So on that part right there, like what Jake is doing about adding more of the DEXs for people to do it, that's a great way for people to arbitrage trade that will bring us a ton of volume, which is great inside of our token, which helps us all. And protecting the liquidity right now protects all of us. And Jake hasn't added the liquidity back everywhere, which when it does, yes, we'll be there. But in the meantime, people that want to sell right now, just sell small amounts. Like, you know what I mean? Like to me, I don't want to sell at this price. It's more like scoop up as much as you can at this price. That's the goal, and then stake it to make more and more. I have buddies that, they're like, dude, I bought 200 tokens yesterday for dirt cheap, just $10 at a time, $10, $10, $10, $10. Don't buy big because then it goes way up because there's such less liquidity in there. So I hope that helps answer some of it. But the prediction market, guys, the faster that we can get that on board, and believe me, me and David and Tim and Jake and Adam as well too, we're talking to a whole blockchain community that has amazing tokens. They have amazing ecosystem. They have over $1 billion in market cap. They want to see how they can work with us on the prediction market. Not, I don't know what that really means is like, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? I don't know. But if it does, they can provide all the liquidity and then this thing would just turn off for the rest of us. So it almost gets like to that point where we don't know when it will happen. We got to dive into it more with them. If they provide what is needed for this to start, that 50% on all the fees is basically gone when it's like, oh, it's all there. It's turned off. Let's get going. It's going to help the TMX token community. But those that are looking to make some passive income and whatnot, you won't be able to add any more into it. That's where, it's almost like, get a link, put a minimum $100, $1,000, whatever you can do, put it in there, and that'll be working for you for the rest of the life of this program and how this works. So yeah, that's the main two focuses is TMX Exchange, obviously getting that version 2 ready. That's ready. Like read that PDF. That PDF is awesome. It kind of gives a roadmap where we're going to go. And at the same time, Predixa, which is going to bring us a ton of volume, which all that fees, 20% of them, buying back TMX tokens and throwing it in a dead wallet. So the more volume we have in there for people to use, the better. That means more fees. Same thing. That's the hot topic right now is prediction markets. Start Googling it, watching things on there, learn it, So that's what I got. That's what I got for today.
Yeah, awesome, Brian. 100%. Like, the prediction market is the new trend. And like, I see some people, they trying to create the projects about the prediction. I'm not really like checking deep what other people have, but like, I see the trend and like, the trend is going. So like people trying to copy poly market, but like, that's what we have and what we're gonna have with the prediction and with the Predixa. It's gonna be really cool stuff. Yeah, because people like don't have to be the traders. Like, you just don't need to like go into technical analysis like to trade, but it's actually going to be really interested to work with the prediction, like make some money, and also like maybe going to be some affiliate program to that. I'm not sure exactly how it will going to work right now, but definitely Jake is working on that, so that will be the really cool. Yeah, and like Dave, I see Dave also with us. Maybe Dave, you want to add something to this? um what do you think about
Yeah.
the prediction, about all of this stuff what we have?
No, oh my God, I'm like super pumped up about it. I know there's a lot of people who are so excited, but there's might be people who are on the fence, like, well, how is this going to work? And will it work? You guys got to ask yourself this question. You got to look at, similar other um, ecosystems out there like Kalshi or Polymarket. Even Binance is coming on the scene. So right now is the best time to get involved, participate, get involved right now. I mean, you guys are at the right place, the right time. The thing is this, you gotta look at it like a casino, right? If the casino, the majority of people lose, but there's also a lot of winners. With you look at the statistics with Polymarket and Kalshi, there's a lot of winners, you guys. So the thing is this, it's gonna be really exciting. It's very addicting. I mean, just looking at it, I haven't got involved with poly marketing, anything like that, but just dabbling into it, it's just really exciting. And I could see how this is going to take off. And because the reason why I can say that is because it has already taken off already with other companies. So why couldn't it work for us? And you guys got to be open-minded, just realize that, everything happens for a reason. We're bringing more value to TMX every single day moving forward. There's just something else that just, excites me. And I'm just so privileged and happy to be around just a great group of individuals, a great community that just want to see everybody win. And at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. We want to see everybody win. And in TMX, you're winning. And whether you participate in the TLP or the pre-sale or Predixa or just future things that are going to be coming, because you guys got to understand that there's going to be so much more utility. There's going to be so much more value that's going to be added. Just this is a one-stop shop. That's how I like to look at it. It's a one-stop shop for all your needs. And at the end of the day, save your tokens, guys. There's a lot of people that I see, you know, whether they're selling, 500 tokens in a day or 1,000 tokens in a day. It's crazy because you look at the price right now and you're like, wait a minute. If we know that that's not the accurate price. We're going to be at $15, $20. You guys are shooting yourselves in the foot and you guys are throwing away a lot of money. So if you can hold on to those tokens, wait till later. I mean, ultimately, I personally want to wait till token hits $100. That is the sweet spot for me. Everybody has a different sweet spot, but just know that don't sell that many tokens if you don't have to. So I don't know. I just kind of want to just reiterate what I said before when it comes to hold on to your tokens, stake all of them right now. Just earn as many free tokens as you can, but you guys participate in everything that TMX throws at you because you got right now Predixa where you can go ahead and dive into it, throw some money at it, and let it work for you. So I'll send it back to you, Tim.
Hey
Yeah,
Tim, I
100%.
forgot to share something.
Yeah.
So I forgot to show you guys how to purchase. You're gonna get the link. You're gonna come in and then you're gonna do the USDT. Okay, minimum's $100. That's all you do is that. So if you put $100 in, it'll show you what you'll get a PLP. $100, you get 110. Right? You can see I put in 230. I got 253 doing videos. So I just want to let you guys know that part. You get that extra 10% bonus added on. So that's that 10% bonus is that extra PLP, which is like liquidity in there for you, which is how that works. So just, I mean, and if you've been in the program with us and you go to your MetaMask and say in your MetaMask, you're in here and you've been earning Ethereum or wrapped Ethereum, you could swap that to USDT and then use that to go and purchase. So like that's one side of the things. If you got that wrapped Ethereum or the Ethereum that's like, if you have more than enough of it, it doesn't take much to keep claiming on the exchange. You just swap it in there and put a little bit into the PLP of the Predixa. That's my
Yeah, awesome. 100% guys, like, just come back to that Brian, David, me, like, depend, like, from who you like heard about the TMX. So like they were going to share with you the link. You can just get extra 10% of the bonus, which is the really cool. And yeah, so like tomorrow gonna be Jake with us. So he'll gonna provide more deeper information about the Pionics, about all of these listings, and definitely about some news about the TMX. So always great, always interested. Just like don't miss the Zooms. We always post that. And just like if you're still not in the Discord, so like definitely join. There is links in our Telegram channel. Yeah, so like thanks everyone. Thanks Brian, Dave, and we'll see you tomorrow, guys. We'll see you definitely tomorrow. See you.
see you tomorrow. Invite everybody.
Yay.